Hello everyone, today's project is how to sew a simple slipcover for a cushion. It has this nice edging. I call it the IKEA edging because the IKEA slipcovers you get sometimes has this little that edging on the side, and I like it. I think it looks a little nicer than just plain old no sides, or it's a little more streamlined than a ruffle. So that's my favorite type of edging to put on a pillow at the moment. So I will show you how to do it. The type of pillow insert is this type that I have from IKEA. It's a 20-inch by 20-inch. I use the down-filled kind instead of the other type that they have, which is just a polyfill. I prefer this better. It sits nicer, looks better, I think, when you have your finished product. So anyways, the first thing you're going to do is cut a piece of fabric to the size that you need to make the pillow cover. In this instance, because the pillow is 20 inches by 20 inches, I added 1 inch to the 20 to make 21 for a seam allowance. And because I wanted to add the nice decorative edge along the outside, I added another inch. So that makes it 22. So I cut my fabric 22 inches by 22 inches. Cut it out, iron it. As you can see, I need to iron it a little bit. Make it all nice and flat, and then we'll move on to step number 2. Okay. Once you have your top piece cut, then you need to cut 2 pieces for the back. And I cheat at this because I don't like to measure, and it's kind of annoying. So anyways, I just kind of wing it. What I do is I cut a big piece of fabric that I know is the width of the fabric that I need. And then I cut it into 2 pieces. I'll finish one edge, and then I'll lay it out onto right sides together on top of my original piece that I cut. So then I lay it out on top of it, and you can see here where, if you can see that shadow where the original is underneath it. So I lay it out all nice and neat, and then I do the same thing for the second one. And then I have 2 pieces layered on top of the original. Then I'll pin it all in place. So now I have the 3 pieces all pinned together. We got the 1 piece, and then the second piece, and then the front of my fabric. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, lay it all out nice and neatly, and here you can see I've got the 3 layers. So I'll just take a knife or scissors and cut all the way around the outside. So then I have 3 pieces that are cut all to one side, and that will give me. Then I'll be ready to sew together. Okay, so now all 3 pieces are cut and trimmed and pinned together, all ready for sewing it together. So I will just sew a simple line all the way around all 4 sides of the fabric, and then I'll unpin it, and then using the flap in the back, turn it right side out. And when I need to sew, I line up the pressure foot with the edge of the fabric, the raw edge of the fabric, and I use that as a guide to sew all the way around the outside. That way it will give me a nice 1/4 inch seam allowance. So just follow that all the way around all 4 sides, and then you're done sewing. Okay, so now I have all these pieces sewn together. You can see right here I've got a seam line all the way around, and then here's the pocket area. You can see inside. Now is a really good time to grab your pillowcase and make sure it fits inside, and that you've got room on each side of the fabric to add the edging. Alright, so I have my pillow inside my pillowcase now. You can see nice and froofy. But you can see on the edges where it's kind of big still, but that's good because if I turn it, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take, it gives us, we make sure that we've got a good inch all the way around, like here, for the flange that we want, or the, the ruffle or whatever you want to call it, the flange on the outside. So it's looking good. I went ahead and pinned all the sides, all 4 corners, all 4 sides, except for that 1 corner. But yeah, it looks good. Once you know the pillow is going to fit, you're going to flip the pillowcase inside out so the outside is facing out, and you're going to lay it on a flat surface and make sure it's all nice and flat Sometimes it gets a little difficult to do because of your envelope here, but just do as best you can. And then you're going to pin it again, all 3 layers, one more time. And this is why we're going to do this. Because now we're going to take it to the sewing machine and we're going to sew a seam all the way around, about 1 inch in, right through here. You can take a ruler and a pencil if you want and draw the lines. I just kind of wing it. Just place it on, and you want to go all the way around outside, and that is going to give you the nice flange that we're looking for. Alright, so we're ready to sew the flange part. You can see here I made just a little bit of a space along the whole outer. The pressure foot is in just a little bit. I followed that guide all the way around, and that gives me what I want. Once we've done all the way around, then we'll have this nice little edge right here. You can see it. So then, the whole pillow is done. I'll show you it when it's in the pillowcase. But yeah, it's super simple. And there you go. Alright, so here's the finished pillow. I'll get some more better pictures, but there you go. You can see the nice little edging. It's nice. There you go. Super simple.